Today, Hunter Biden's federal gun trial picks back up in Delaware. Yesterday, Hunter Biden's ex-wife testified about his drug use in his trial. The prosecution says it has 6 witnesses remaining, even noting it is possible that they will rest their case by today. Biden faces 3 charges tied to the possession of a gun while using narcotics and has pleaded not guilty. So joining us this morning with more details is 9 News legal expert Whitney Traylor. Whitney, good morning.
Good morning, Jordan.
So far with the witnesses, we have heard from a man who worked at the store. We've heard from the ex-girlfriend and the ex-wife.
Yes.
What have you learned through these testimonies?
Right. Well, it kind of played out how we thought it would, in the sense that they're trying to establish that he was using drugs during this time period, that Hunter Biden was using drugs from 2017, 2018, all the way into September of 2018. And then they had the clerk from the gun store say, yes, I saw him check off, no, I'm not using any illegal drugs. So they're essentially establishing a timeline. And the defense, they're kind of going after some technicalities, but there's a lot of evidence right now against Hunter Biden. Now, again, it's only been the prosecution right now, and as you said, they may rest today. I would suspect they're going to rest this week.
Yeah, and of course, we heard his ex-wife testify yesterday that a month before the purchase was made, she did see him using drugs.
That's correct. She saw him using drugs. She found drug paraphernalia. The girlfriend testified that he was using crack cocaine at least every 20 minutes at some points, and so they're showing, look, this was into September that he was using these drugs at the time he purchased the gun, and clearly said no on the form. Now, in the opening statements, the defense hasn't went yet. First the prosecution presents its case and then rests, and then the defense puts their case on. But the defense was suggesting, the lawyer said, well, he wasn't using drugs on the day of the day he checked that.
Can you clarify what the law is when it comes to buying a gun and drug use?
Well, the issues here are that he filled out the ATF forms, and the ATF
saying that he wasn't using.
He wasn't using drugs, and so it's essentially they're saying he falsified these documents, and so it was a false representation. And so what they have to do, and in any criminal case, there's 2 aspects to it. There's the mens rea and the actus reus. Did you have the mental, the mindset that was required for that, and did you do the act? And so here, what I think the defense is going to say is that, well, he wasn't using drugs, and it's a technicality to say, well, on that day, no, he wasn't. And addict isn't defined, a user isn't defined. So they're going to try and chip away like that. I think that's kind of a weak argument, but there's other things that they're going to present, and we'll see. I don't know exactly what the defense is, but that was in his opening statement.
And you anticipate that this could be wrapped up by next week?
Yeah, which would be surprising. This went fairly quickly. The prosecution may rest today. If not, I would suspect they would rest tomorrow, and then the defense would present their case. And I don't know how many witnesses the defense will present, but yeah, I would expect the jury to have it next week, and then how long they deliberate, we don't know.
Yeah, and just really quickly, this is not the only case that Hunter Biden is facing right now, right?
Right, that's correct. There's another one that was actually supposed to, this one in California on the tax charges. That was supposed to go to trial in June. It's now been pushed back to September, and so he's facing several charges there related to non-payment of taxes. It was about $1.4 million over 3 or 4 years. He's subsequently paid it back, but they're going after that as well.
All right, we shall see. We'll see if the prosecution rests their case today, see when the defense picks it up, and of course we'll have you back to help us recap everything.
Okay, I'll be here.
Whitney.